And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. I think I need a couple more ships. At least a couple more on steel. So we've got middle gray there. So I'm going to do a steel. Just a couple more for steel. And then maybe a couple more for the planks. That is a light gray-ish. So we're going to do this one on planks. I'm going to do 3 on this one because it's a longer run. So we've got all of those going now. Because steel, you know, as you can see, steel is getting kind of backed up here. We've got plenty. We got over 2 ships worth of steel sitting right there, and I'd like to move that down the line here. It looks like our tools have actually really boomed and are catching up, and I think I only have one. For now, I only had 1 train on there. Oh, no, I do have 2 trains. Okay. I thought I only had 1, but that's plenty for now. It's okay if this gets backed up a little bit, but I want to start thinking about other cities that we can service with either food. Look at the food that we've got over here. Unbelievable. Indianapolis's food, we could really ramp it up here. I think I'll put a third. Let's see, Indianapolis food. Yeah, I only have 2 on there right now, and one of them is actually open. I didn't actually set it to be food, but that's okay. Now, is there a better train that we can use other than the big boy? These are kind of showing their age. You can see they're a little bit worn, a little bit worse for wear there. Oh, so if we look at how old this thing is, it's only 16 years old. That's actually not that old to be showing that much degradation. Okay, now I'd like to appease the people who watch a little bit, and we want to connect these industries with cities, and I'm going to do so with the sort of out in the countryside sort of roads. So we're going to connect some of these up. I think this one can connect over to here. Yeah, that looks like a nice winding country road there. And this one is going to be a little bit trickier because it's such on a slope. But we're going to... Oh, this is going to be a picturesque... It's going to be a picturesque drive here. Whoa. Do a border crossing. There we go. And that looks really funky. So we're going to redo that to be a little less funky. There. Now it's a sort of winding countryside. And unfortunately, we have this scar right there. So maybe we'll smooth that out a little bit. M and N now change the brush size. So we're going to just smooth that out if we can. A little bit of a scar there won't hurt. Take this down a little bit. We don't want to have any landslides or anything coming down on our road. So, not that that's a thing, but hey, you know, trying to be realistic here. Okay, now what am I missing? So we've got the tools, we've got the steel mill, both of the wood. Now I think it's, yeah, down here. Where's the nearest city? We don't really have a nearest city over here, so what we're going to have to do is No. Kind of loop this around. And I'm going to go under. And I just don't have. First, let's do this section here. And then we can link that up. And then link it all the way up. Oh no! We don't need that much of an expense. No? See, what are you doing there? You can go back down the hill. Connect that up. There. Nice little country drive there. With a little roller coaster-esque loop right here. So there's coal, and now for iron. Well, I think it would be just... Oh. There we go. Let's just connect these straight up to the highway here. There we go. There. Now we've got all of those connected, and I think that about does it. Make sure my oil... Yeah, my oil isn't connected. So let's connect this guy up. Whoa. And I don't mind if this can cross the tracks, if we can find a spot to cross. And we're going to link it right up like that. And the oil wells are way down here, so these are going to have to connect to Baton Rouge. So let's plan on that. Very watery area down here. Oh. Whoa. There we go. Yeah, look how much these cities have grown. Quite a bit in that amount of time. There. I think all of our industries are now connected to some city or another. And let's see. Let's just double check really quick. This one somehow isn't. I missed this one. Okay, so let's connect that right up. Right up to there. Perfect. And I connected this one up. Well, you can see, got all the tools used. Where are my ships? Okay, we got 150 and 131. And we have this empty steel, so you're going to go around. And you're going to turn around because you're empty. And you're empty. And you're empty. So, just to make sure. I know they traveled the majority of the way through, but, you know, it's better to do it now than to have them sit and wait and wait and wait and finally load in here. Make sure we're actually going to get some materials, because this thing is out of materials. It's the only reason I don't like using boats is you just need so many of them to move material in a decent time frame. But that should unload quite a bit of material, so we're good on that. Okay, back to... Okay, that's St. Louis food, and that's okay. But Indianapolis, we have 2 on there. I think I want a 3rd on Indianapolis. So we're gonna follow this up. So here is our train. And we're going to want a good powerful train on here. So we have 180, so that's 10 cars worth of food. See, this is 5,800 horsepower, and these doubles are less horsepower. So better to go with a single engine. How about this one? 8,000 horsepower. That's pretty good. And it's less than 2 of these, so I think I may go with one of these, and let's set the color, because these can go quite a bit faster. So we're going to buy one of those. We're going to have the boxcar set to food. And we're going to do 12 cars on this, and we want indie food. There we go. So I want to make sure that he has a clear destination there. Make sure he actually comes out, doesn't get an error message. Because these are actually making pretty good money, but they're costing me quite a bit too. I mean, they're costing me now $3 million a year to even run one of these. And this is going to cost me a little over $3 million a year. So it's kind of hit and miss on these. It does go faster, so it is going to be more profitable because it's going to be able to move that food faster as long as it has the horsepower to pull all those cars. So this has 8,000 horsepower and this has 6,000 horsepower. So it should be able to get up to pretty good speed as long as the electric path is good to go. So I just want to check to make sure after this thing loads if it gives me an error. This is my first electric train on this specific run. And we are loading all that food. Look at that. Still have whole another train load of fuel or food. And where's our... So here's the train returning. And we should... Looks like we didn't get an error, which is good sign number 1. I'm going to turn this off, save myself some frames per second there. So yeah, I think we are good on our catenary. We're able to load all of that. And as far as food goes, or as far as trucks go, looks like we're doing pretty good on this. Could move a little bit more, but I think we're doing pretty good. 19 versus 16. Well, not too bad. And this other train, where is my other food train? Oh, there it is right there. So it's coming in, and this one's got to unload and leave as fast as possible here. Skedaddle. So how is our food supply? Food supply is almost maxed, so be very careful with bumping up trains too far, and you would exceed this, and that would shut down your whole supply chain. So maxing those out is not 100% wanted. So let's go see how much this one actually gives me. Nice clean, no billow of smoke behind it. I like that. So this one, I'm not sure. I know it got up to like 80. But beyond that, I wasn't watching. So, how much are you going to give me? 4.8 million. So one trip pays for the running costs and gives us a little profit. And so if he does a second trip in a year, it's just going to be all that more profit. So that's good. Now we just got to make sure that we're not exceeding our supply here. Because once you do that, then the whole line starts dying. You'll get your industry buildings that suddenly go to line usage no when something like that is maxed out. That's happened a few times. Okay, St. Louis food. How are you doing profit-wise? Oh, you're doing actually fantastic. And how is St. Louis's food supply? St. Louis is over here. So your food supply is actually 91%. So adding another train to this is really futile. I don't really need to do that. However, I could add maybe, I want to try to deliver some more goods here. I would love to find a spot like this one here would be ideal for tools and machines, because we've got so much of the area covered for industrial and commercial, and that would really beef up the industrial and commercial. So I think we will work on that, bringing tools down to Columbus. Let's see, I'll do the start of it here, and then we will see where the time gets us. Go all the way to the end. Again, this is the track mod, Tracks Plus, I think. Okay, if we're gonna go down, I'm gonna have to, oh, what do we get? Oh, another open wagon, okay. I'm gonna have to loop it in and around in order to get in there. And I would love to have a truck depot somewhere in that area, but that would just really cramp the style. So I'm gonna go, where else would we want? Down here would be a great, I mean, a station over here would be perfect for delivering food. I think we might work on that later. So we're going to take tools for now, and we're going to spread these down here. I don't know if these are raised up. Oh, thank you, Hitch. Appreciate that. So yeah, these are not really raised up. So we're going to try to lower that. No. Try to lower that back down so it digs into it. And then we want to do something similar over here, where I want to take this line here. Whoa. Now, why are you trying to build a bridge? There we go. That was weird. Okay, so this is going to have to come down and loop right in here. So I want to bend this as much as I can in order to help that leader going. Okay, so up here, I want to take this. I don't mind if it's a tunnel. And I want to stop. There we go. This is going to get a little gnarly here. Zoom in. There it is. Now, I want to use my there we go. This is probably going pretty deep into the ground. Actually, that's not bad. But I wanted to go underground to skip all of this stuff that's in here. And I've got a little bit of poking out over there if I want to double this track up eventually. For now, we're just going to slap that in. And what is my demand over here? Columbus, you demand actually a pretty good number. 300 of each, 350 of each. That's a pretty good amount of demand for this. So we're going to set up a depot. Just like that. And a new line. And since it's tools, it's going to be the dirty teal. And from there to there. And this is going to be Columbus tools. And finally, we want something that's okay. I think we're going to go with that electric rail again, because we're going to max this out. So we're going to do a dirty teal color, and then box cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 box cars. Because we're only doing one train on this, and so we're just going to keep that as one. So Columbus tools. So that will be reflected, if I can find it, in here. The details, the potential goes up. So you can see right now we're at 983 and 779. We drag that out, and if we look at Indianapolis, probably pretty close to those values. Let's see, 983 machines. Look at that, machines, 1029. So that's pretty good, because we're probably not capturing all of the industrial in the area. And 779 is for commercial, which means we're really missing out on some potential commercial deliveries here. It's probably all of these down here in the fringes are not getting any service. But as soon as the month ticks over, these should go up, because it's now seeing Columbus as a possible route. So you can see these now went up, and they're able to see, hey, we've got another area that we can supply. So as soon as that first train arrives, we should see. No, let's see. Yeah, it hasn't seen it yet. It hasn't seen the potential, or it has, and it just doesn't have the supplies. Again, with the slow creep of the ships. There may come a time when I go crazy spending money and create a rail system right over the lakes. I know that would be insane, like real life insane, but these aren't exactly 80 miles across. The scale of the game sort of compresses it all and makes it tough to see. So now you can see these really jumped up. So it's officially seen now Columbus, and it's able to see, hey, we can give some stuff to Columbus now. So that also increased the requirements. So now we're telling our sawmill, hey, we need more planks, and our steel mill, hey, we need more steel. So that is how you start expanding all these industries. So you can see now we've got quite a lot of stuff going on here. But that will have to do it for this episode. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.